And it's Terrific Terry Tuesday at Parx. Got a lot of comments to get started on the day from our good friends Private Ross and Don Johnson, if I can only figure out where the heck they are. Good morning, Private Ross. I like how you picked Love of Crazy yesterday, saying this type of horse with early pace fractions and early speed wins a lot. Where can I get that info on early fractions and early speed? The Smart Sheets, my friend. We have all that there. If you're new to the show and you want to check out the Smart Sheets too, there is a link in the description below. Kindly use that so you can keep along. And hopefully we'll have all that information available to everybody coming in. Yes, it is indeed the Smart Sheets. Indeed. Yes, indeed. 9 Fluff Pillow. Yes, your best second bet 1, Terry. Yes, indeed. The Love Like Crazy double play 262. Hello, Don Johnson. How are you today? My cryptic codes worked yesterday at Louisiana with 150 profit on $30 horse. Beautiful. Gotta love that. Good morning, Char Philly. How are you today? Thank you for joining us. Didn't get a chance to check my inbox, though, or my Twitter. So, again, HRT Rich on Twitter or GTSRichB@gmail.com. Hopefully, those are pretty easy to remember. Hopefully, you remember that you get free picks every day over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. There is a link in the description below. Today's free track, Terry, is Louisiana Downs. Maybe we can find a $35 winner, Private Ross.
Yeah.
Link in the description. Use that. Free track. Only 4 scratches today. For this weekend is the Haskell. I will have the wagering guide up, hopefully, by Thursday. So you can get that over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet as well. When the show's over, right here, smack dab in the middle of the screen, you'll see a replay of today's show, along with all of our picks and comments. And while you're there, kindly hit that HRT Gear button. Get yourself a hat or a T-shirt or a barbecue apron, whatever you can do to support the show. Another way to support the show is a tip jar in the link in the description on YouTube as well. If you haven't done so, please comment and also subscribe. It's a great way to help the show. Thumbs up also help us as well. Terry, it helps if we find some winners. Hopefully we can do that in the opener today.
That's right. So let's start out at the 5.5 furlongs, and it's going to be a claiming race, $7,500 claiming price, purse $21,000, and it's for 3-year-olds or 4-year-olds and upward, which have never won 2 races.
Yes, and to get that second win, you need some speed. Terry, that is the profile of a winner for sure for almost every race type at Parx. But this kind, 4.5, 47%, almost 1 out of 2 winners. Get the lead at the quarter-mile marker and just march straight on into the winner's circle. There's a rail bonus for Still Water Moon, 2 and 3 a bonus as well. 4 through 7 a discount, 8 and out play fair. So inside 3 speed, Terry, is a way to the winner's circle in race number 1. But it looks like the 4-horse is the one they're going to chase early.
Yeah, that's true. But, there's 2 or 3 others that are, got some speed too. So if the 4 has any trouble getting out of that gate, then the 1, 6, and 5 might just go to that quarter pole first.
Mm-hmm. We see the 1 and the 4. They want to be up on the lead here, Terry. They're pilots. You got some co-pilots in the 6 and 7. The 2 and 3 are closers. Hey, the 5-horse today making its debut. And when I'm looking at the debut horses, Terry, you're looking at the horses here with maybes or yeses. None of them have done it. Oh, no, sorry. That's not a debut horse. That's not within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line. Yeah. My apologies, folks. So kind of stole Terry's thunder there. All no's, all yeses. Terry, one big horse here, the 4-horse, the 15-point last race speed figure advantage, usually 3 points. It's enough to get the job done. Maybe this is a race where a jockey-trainer combination might be the key to getting the winning ticket.
Well, you can see by the data that the 6 shows the best jockey, the 7 shows the best trainer, but I think the best combination is the 3.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of different stuff going on here. Top 4 horses in our top total pace. A whole lot of top total pace winners yesterday coming home at the top of the tickets. 1, 2, 4, and 7. Terry, how are you starting the day today?
Well, I'm going to start out with the 4, Supreme Mind. He won his last race. His best start speed is fast among today's starters, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. And then number 7, Carnaby, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and likes the distance. Then I like number 3, Planet, drops in class today. He has a high percentage winning trainer. Coach Clint, the 6 is my long shot, drops in class today also, and switches high percentage winning jockey. I'm going to play the first Miami Vice, Don Johnson, pick 4, 3, 4, 6, with a 1, 2, 3, 4, with the 1, 2, 4, 5 with the 1, 5. I think that might
That's a lot more money than 40.
Yeah, I think it is. So
Yes.
I'll adjust it.
All right. I'm going to start off with the one horse as my top pick. That one is Stillwater Moon. Stillwater Moon should be forward. Showed better fractions last time out, and also is your top total pace horse. I'm a big fan of that. Number 4, Supreme Mind. That one is your top last race speed figure, 15 points. That's a big amount, Terry, but kind of made me a little bit nervous looking at how much different that 4 horses. You got to look at this. 77, and then all this other junk down in here. But the good news is when this horse does rebound, it does tend to pair solid races. So wouldn't be shocked to see it do better in the third start after a layoff. But regression is a real risk. Number 7, Carnaby. It is our simulation favorite, Terry. Better early pace. And as you can see here is a class dropper. And then finally, the final pick for me is number 2, Hoppy Time. It's a closer versus a lot of other horses that like to get out towards the front and fade. I'm going to go 50-cent pick 4, 147, 345, 125, 156. That's $40.50. We got probably about 5 minutes before the first race, Terry. So plenty of time to take our time to make our way through race number 2.
All right. So in race 2, we're going to stretch out a little bit. 6 furlongs, $12,500 claiming race, purse $23,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards, which have never won 3 races.
Cream half sign for actions is Cozy Love. I'm not sure. I'd have to go look into that. 6 furlongs, the profile of a winner, which we're looking for, Terry, here is early speed. 35%. Get the first call, get the final call. Inside 3 is the best place to be. 4 through 7 to discount, 8 and now to discount, but they tend to perform better than horses that wear a 4, a 5, a 6, or a 7. Again, in race number 2, Smart Sheets will tell us who's going to have the best chance to get the lead.
Well, it's going to be between the 1 or the 2 and the 5, I believe. As you can see there, that they have plenty of speed. It just depends on who gets there first.
So our race shape here tells us that everybody kind of wants to string out a little bit, so they could line up in order like that. 5, 4, 2, 1, 3. Tough to tell, Terry. But if we're looking for a horse in a race that has the best chance to see its race look a lot like its best performances, looks like there's 2 standouts in here.
Yeah, the 1 and the 5 show that they're quite a bit higher than the 50% threshold that we like to see a horse above. So they're going to be pretty comfortable in this race.
Yeah, 2 horses showing so far that they are able to hit par for this level, which is a 77 speed figure, according to Brisnet. A few others that have come close. Terry, which ones today have the best chance to do it again?
Well, it appears to be the 3 and the 4. If you take a look there, they could possibly equal or exceed today's par speed number.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty interesting race. I like to look for gaps in here in our top total pace. The 4 and the 3 have a little bit of a gap, and then the 2, and then a gap down to the 1 and the 5. So maybe the 3, maybe the 4, maybe those 2 are the horses to beat, Terry. Who do you think they are?
Well, I like in this race, let me get there. I like the 4, Royal Upstart. She ran 3rd in her last race as a favorite, but has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 28% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back again. And she has the highest speed figure at today's distance. She has a high percentage winning jockey. So she has a lot of mock boxes that she marks off. Then I like Charm of the Song. Ran 2nd versus similar in her last race. Her best start speed is fastest among today's starters, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. That was my second choice, the 3. The 1, Bossy Kate, is my third choice. She has a high percentage winning trainer and the rail post winning a 20% clip. Rose of Sharon, the 2, is my long shot. Ran 5th in her last race as a favorite, but has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 33% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again, and she likes the distance. I'm going to play the second pick 4. I'm going to use the 1, 2, 3, 4 with the 1. With the 1, 2, 4. I'm going to take the 5 out of there. And then I'm going to use the 1, 5 with the 1, 3, 5, 6, $48 ticket.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the first 2 being the same. The 4, Royal Upstart, yes horse, simulation favorite, top total pace, run back to June 15th, and it is a W. Number 3, Charm of Song, better early pace and fractions. Move inside today could help. 5 horse in a 5 horse race is the longest shot in 5 horse field. We saw that win just last week. So let's try that again. That one could set the pace in here, Terry, and does have a pretty reasonable C-zone in there at 82%. Get to the lead, high C-zone. There you go. Private Ross, the longest shot in a 5 horse race. A lot of boxes checked, unusual boxes, but boxes nonetheless. And then Bossy Kate is the other of the 2 yes horses, but oh my, those last 4 races, look at these last 4 races, Terry. They've just been brutal. You got 15 lengths, 8 lengths, 16 lengths, 15 lengths, even that one. So it's whatever went wrong here. That hasn't been righted yet. But if it rights it today, Bossy Kate could be the boss of this race. For me, I have a 50-cent pick 4, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 5 with the 5, 6 with the 1, 3, 4, 6, and 8. That is a 45 bucker ticket. And that was with a B, folks, nothing else in there. You know, when they first came on, when we first started doing this stuff, the track was fast. It's now sloppy. So that could make a difference in the way the track plays out. But I did play speed today, and speed usually does hold up okay at Parx in the slot.
All right.
Let's see. Do we have any overlays or good value in here, Terry, that we can consider? Let's look and take a look and see. So according to the smart sheets in race number 1, wrong button. Helps if you press the right things, folks, right?
Yeah.
Trying to direct and act and everything else. So looking like this, it looks like maybe, well, they just zoomed out, so I can't tell you. All right, anyway. First race is about to get started. The tones of Jessica Paquette in my ear, but unfortunately I can't share that with you. Wish we could, but I don't want to get a copyright letter from a lawyer. Too many letters from lawyers lately. All right. Yes, Terry knows. All right, they're off and they're running. And the 4 horse, as forecasted, with that 15-point last race speed figure advantage, is gotten to the front and done so kind of easily. He's got a quartet of horses giving chase with that 3 horse in there, Terry, deciding it's going to give him a run for the money. The 7 horse up on the outside is doing fairly well as well. And the 1 horse, he's decided my top pick to take the day off. So there you go. How about that? Gotta love when that happens, Terry.
Yeah.
Says, you know what? I don't like the slop at all. But the good news is the 7 and the 4 horse are going to duke it out for the win. And I would say there's a pretty good chance that it's going to be the 7 horse got his nose in front of him. But I'm not a big fan of horses running wide up the track, but he's run past the 4 horse right now. Although the 4 horse is trying to battle back on the rail, the question is, can he do it? I think he might have done it, Terry. I don't know. The 7 finally switched leads. So the 7 horse, the 4 horse, the 7 horse, the 4 horse, they're dialing it in. 7, 4, and then I think the 5 horse came in third. So there you go. Both of us alive in our pick 4s, Terry. The 1 horse deciding Stillwater Moon that today was not a day to race.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, and that was pretty good too, because that was 7-2. He was tied for the second or third choice with the horse Planet, and a 2-1 Supreme Mind coming in off the top of the board there. All right, race 3 is what we're going to do next, Terry. I got a little bit ahead of myself before. So what's the condition book say about the 3rd race?
Okay, we're going to go 5.5 furlongs, and it's a claiming race, $7,500 claiming price, purse $21,000 for 3-year-olds or 4-year-olds and upward, which have never won 2 races.
Yeah, and to get that second win, you're looking for, of course, we just saw in the open in their early speed. Get to the front, you stay in the front. 47% of the time, get the lead, keep the lead, and cash the winner's check. There's a rail bonus in this case for Malibu. 2 and 3 also get a bonus. 4 through 7 a discount. 8 and out, they play fair. So Terry, we saw in the opening race, get to the front. You got a good chance.
Yeah.
Who's got a good chance here?
The 1 horse, take a look there. It's got 47, almost 48% percent data, and closest to it is the 2 with 28%. But if that 1 gets out there with no trouble, it should go to that quarter pole first.
Yes, the 1 and the 2 are your only yes horses in there, Terry. Nobody else has been able to hit a speed figure of 81 in that group. Everybody else is just flat out no, not even a maybe.
Yeah.
It looks like only a slight chance any of them will do it today.
That's right. The 1, 2, and 3, with the 2 having the best chance to equal or exceed the par speed number for today's race.
Taking a look at the way this race could play out, you got 2 pace setters, 4 closers. That should favor early speed. The 2 horse in that early speed mix now becomes a left arrow horse. Gotta love those left arrow horses. Terry, any of them in here that should really like where they are on the track today?
Yeah, the 3 and the 6 are way above the 50% threshold, so they should be very comfortable in this race, with the 1 coming pretty close to that.
You see the 2 horses are pretty heavy simulation favorite in here, Terry. Also, your top total pace horse by 10 points. Every 5 points equals about 1 length. So if early pace plus late pace equals total pace, your 2 horse may be a 2-length winner, with the 4, 1, and 6 competing for third, although down in here, not a big break. So who do you think is going to win race number 3, Mr. Terry?
I like number 2, Beware of Pride. He finished third in his last race, drops in class today, has the highest last speed rating, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. And then I like Malibu Blue, the 1. He drops in class today also, and the rail post win a 29% clip. His early speed running style helps his chances, and the shorter distance then will be a help. Checking the boxes, number 4 is my third choice, finished third in his last race. He has the highest last speed rating, and he's actually tied with the 2, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. And I like number 5, Bad Advice, finished in the money in 3 races out of his last 4 starts. He has the highest last speed rating, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets for me here.
Beware of Pride is a great bit of advice, right? One of the, 7 deadly sins, pride. It is a left arrow horse, meaning a closer with enough early speed today to get itself involved in the early game mix. Besides that, is the top total pace horse, 10 points better than everybody else. Third start after a layoff with a lot of upside. Lots of reasons to like Beware of Pride. Malibu on the rails, the other yes horse. It is a pace setter, as we mentioned in our race shape, versus a bunch of closers. If that one gets to lead by itself, Terry, look out. It's making the first start after a layoff, and the last time this horse came off the bench, it just absolutely demolished the competition. So maybe a horse that likes a little bit of a rest. Bad Advice is your biggest class dropper in the field. We see that here in the smart sheets as well, dropping almost a full length. He's a no horse in there, Terry, but did show better early pace last time out. Better late pace, and then better fractions at the first start of the race. So we got to like that combination. And then finally, the 3, Superness. Maybe that's what we should name our show, Terry, Superness. 3 consecutive speed figure increases in a row. To Barry Meadows in his book, The Skeptical Handicapper, goes through a ton of data. And again, if you're a data guy like I am, or a data girl like many are, go out and get that book. It does all the research for you, makes it really easy. Just go through for the angles that you like. Cutting back in distance might help this horse hold its speed a little bit longer. No bets for me. So we move on to the 4th race and the 3rd pick 4 of the day, Terry. But what are they going to race for in this one?
6 furlongs, claiming race, $7,500 claiming price, purse $21,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 4 races.
Yeah, so they're taking it easy on you today, Terry, with all the wording, right? Not
yes,
like
they are. And I'm glad because my tongue's tied today.
Ate a little bit of lemons, did you?
Before
the show started. Help the show today. Hit that like button. Indeed, it's free. Hit the subscribe button. That's free too. Tell your friends about us. That's free too. Ideal place for me to leave if I can give up drinking. Why? Why? Because they give you free drinks in LA, in Vegas. That's why you couldn't go there. Which book by Barry Meadows? It's called The Skeptical Handicapper. Maybe one of these days on horseracingtoday.net, I plan on, it's just time runs out on the clock. But one of these days, I'll put a list of like recommended books up there to read and the parts of the books that make sense. I've read so many books, so many white papers, and a lot of them just pat themselves on the back. This day in 1963, I went to the track at Bay Meadows, which doesn't exist anymore, and I put $5 on this horse that won at 80-1. That doesn't do you any good, right?
No.
Not at all. Show me what works, folks. I'm going to call it the No BS book to handicapping. What do you guys think? Should I write it?
Yep.
Let me know. Thumbs up in the comments section if I should write a book, the No BS Guide to Handicapping. 6 furlongs, early speed. Again, 35% go wire to wire. The inside 3 horses have the best of it. 4 through 7, they got to work the hardest. 8 and out, almost a fair place to be. Terry, the song remains the same, as Led Zeppelin said. Who's got the best chance to get the lead here?
Well, it's actually an outside horse, the 5. It's got quite a bit of percent data there, a lot more than the rest of us. So I assume it's going to get to that quarter pole first.
Yeah, the 5 is the top of the lot of list. It's our simulation favorite, tied with the 4. It's got a lot of early pace there, so it should be up on the lead. Also, your top total pace horse, and really not all that far off in the late speed section, Terry. It's also quite a few of them along with that with the yes horses.
Yeah, the 1, 2, 5, and 6 are all yes, with the 4 being a maybe and was within 1 point of being a yes. The only one that has a no is that 3. And then as far as today, you can see all of them but the 2 show they have a chance to equal or exceed the speed par number for today, especially the 5.
Yeah, the 5 is also at the top of the par plus list. Looks like Terry, it's also the top of the jockey list.
It is. If the 5 has the best jockey, 1 has the best trainer. I really think the 1 is the best trainer jockey combination.
Yeah, if we look at the way this race takes place, the 5 and 6 want to be on the lead, so the 5 again should be out front at the top of something. Everybody else kind of middle back. That tends to favor some speed in there, Terry. Of the 2 speed horses, it looks like one of them's got a great chance to like being up there.
Yeah, that 6 shows a really good chance of being very comfortable in this race, almost 93%. But the 5 also has a pretty good number, 47.5%, and also the 1, 48%.
Yeah, so maybe the 6 horse might like being up front, but the jockey maybe not. The 1, 4, 5, and 6 are your top 4 total pace horses, Terry. You're about to share with us who you think the top 4 horses are.
Well, I like the 5. Emily's on fire. She won her last race at Parx Racing, has the highest speed figure at today's distance. Her best start speed is fastest among today's starters, tied with another, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. Then I like the 1, Spirited Ride, drops in class today, has a high speed figure at today's distance. Her best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. She's actually tied with Emily's on fire. The Rail Post is winning at a 20% clip, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. I like 5-star Fran, 4. She ran second versus Tougher in her last race, drops in class today. And then I like Mary Chills. She's the 2 horse. She finished in the money in 2 races out of 3 starts and won one of the races. And she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. She's my long shot. I'm going to play the 3rd pick 4, 1, 2, 4, 5 with the 1, 5, 6 with the 3, 4, 5, 6 with the 2, 3, a $48 ticket.
So you're talking about angles, Private Ross, and if you find a winning angle, stick with it. One of the things that I'm working on with the smart sheets right now with ChatGPT, and then trying to learn how to do Python programming simultaneously, is going to deal with exactly that. We're going to be digging into the data, looking for alpha angles, so combinations that turn out to be winning angles. And I've found a few already just by going back and reviewing my notes at the end of the day. Hopefully what we come out with will be just different than anything else that you can get anywhere else. It's taking time because there's not enough time in the day. If there was a Python programmer watching who wants to be a part of what we're doing and maybe get a cut, well, we'll give you a cut for sure of what we bring out to the table. Email me at GTSRidgeB or at HRTRich. I like that 5 horse too. What's that, Terry?
I'm laughing because of that cut. Right now, cut is 0.
Yeah, but we'll give you a cut once we start selling things. And I think we'll do pretty well.
Yeah, we will.
Emily's on fire. We get a lot of requests about the smart sheets from a lot of different sources. Some of them can't reveal, but some folks that are maybe some big shots in racing. So there might be an opportunity there. Emily's on fire. The 5 horse is my top pick too, Terry. Should be on the lead, top total pace horse, better across the board. And what I mean by that is if you look here, all of the race internals improved last time out from the beginning to the middle of the end and actually ran a little bit faster fractions in the early part of the race. I was the top of a lot of our lists there. Number 6, Far Heart. I think I got crushed by this one once before. It's, at first you don't succeed, try to fail again. But it is the E-type with the 5 versus a bunch of middle and back, and by far the top C-zone. That is one of those angles that I have seen. Horses that like to be forward with a top C-zone score that's out there by itself that have done really well. And that 92% is out there by itself. And then finally, number one, Spirited Ride is next for me. Class dropper, better early pace in its last race. Terry needs a rebound race, though, today because it struggled last time out. And then Mary Chill, the 2-horse, better across the board. Consistent cutback in distance could help. I'm going to do a pick 4, 1-5-6 with the 1-3-4-6-8 with the 3-4-6, and then close it out with the 2-5. That is a $45 pick 4, staying well within my $50 budget. Okay. Race number 5 is the middle race of this 9-race card. It's I feel like a vacation, Terry, when we're doing 9 races instead of 10 at Parx. What's the 5th going to entail?
Well, it's 6 furlongs. It's a maiden race, $40,000 purse. It's for registered Pennsylvania maidens, 3-year-olds and upward. Yeah, all looking for that first win, Terry. And to get that first win at 6 furlongs, in all likelihood, you should be fast. Again, a little more than 1 out of 3. Get to the lead, keep the lead. Inside 3, best place to be. Not a lot of data in race number 5, Terry, but based upon what we have, it looks like it'll be a very competitive start. It sure does. As you can see there, that all of them have pretty much some speed, especially the 2, 3, 5, and 6. So here everyone's looking for their first win, and I have found, you're talking about Angles Private Ross, that when you're looking at these first-time win seekers, look for the horses that have a yes. The 7-horse does, and nobody else does. So when that is the case, there's a couple of key columns over here. That's first-time starters. And if they have a score of 2.5 or more, and even if they don't, besides nobody else has done it, they're horses to consider. That's the 4-horse, Ricky's Kin. Another big number to look at over here is the second race par ability. Horses with typical second race improvement that could get above the par speed figure of 81. The 6-horse does have that opportunity up the kingdom with an 82. Terry, the 6-horse also sports a pretty good jockey. It sure does. You can take a look there and see that the 6 has a good jockey, but the best jockey, according to the data, is that 3-horse. The best trainer is the 1. I think the best combination, if you take a look at the information, is the 3-horse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's also something interesting about the 3-horse as well. Along with that 6-horse, Terry, being the top chance to go above par here today, along with the 8, has in its debut a 6-point total pace advantage. This race could string out, Terry, pretty interesting. The 1, the 2, and the 3, the red, white, and blue, the French or the Americans, whichever way you want to look at it. They haven't been within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line. The 5 and 6 should be out front. Those horses should have an advantage. The lone yes horse in a stalking position. Looks like one horse will have a great chance to get a great trip today, Terry. Yeah, that 3's at 90%, so he should feel very comfortable in this race. So there you go. The Jolly Gray Giant. Boy, if your vegetables are gray, Terry, probably not a good place to be, right? Yeah. Jolly Green Giant. I wonder how many people even know what that is. All right, who's going to win get their first win today? I like the 6-horse Up the Kingdom. He ran second versus similar. His only start, has a high percentage winning jockey, who is Paco Lopez, and his Lasix is added today. Mr. Punctuality. The 1 finished third versus similar in his only race. The rail post winning 20% clip. He has a high percentage winning trainer, and this trainer wins 21% of the races with horses in dirt starts, and he has a bullet workout 5 furlong on July 7th. He's my second choice, and then my third choice, the 5 Beyond Expectations, finished in the money in 2 out of 3 career starts, has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 23% of the maiden special weight races. He has a horse running in. Then I like that 3 Jolly Gray Giant is my long shot. Finished second in 1 of 2 career races, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and switches to high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets for me in this race. Yeah, Don, it's a shame he doesn't try sometimes. I think, he stands up. He's had some confrontations, as Chantel Sutherland said, in the jocks room with other jockeys. I feel like if he did ride through the wire on every race, you would see him more frequently in those big stakes races. Like, he wins a lot, but you don't see him riding those premier stakes horses in those premier races. And I think he would have just as good a chance as Irad or any of them on those type of horses. Damn right well, if he's got that lead down the stretch, he's going to do everything he can do in his power to keep that horse out front. Up the Kingdom, Terry,
That's that second race improvement horse. He's got speed. This is an angle I have found in my lifetime works as well. And you can take a look at this when you're looking through the past performances. Has speed, right? Boom. And then just faded at the end there. Catch that first time Lasix, that early speed, that first time Lasix. That combination has led to many a winner for me. Next up is Cool Million. As I mentioned, this is a maiden race. Everybody else looking to make par for the first time. Cool Million says, you know what? I got that in my back pocket, and one of our top par plus horses today. Number 3, Jolly Gray Giant, next on my list. This horse gets a little bit of a sneaky handicapping angle. In here, you look at their ages. It shows you they're all 3-year-olds, right? Only problem is Jolly Gray Giant is the only 4-year-old. I know it is July, so it's not as big, but still a year older. That horse should be a lot stronger than the rest, or at least somewhat stronger. And then finally, Mr. Punctuality. That's probably not me. At least that's the way Terry thinks. But it's another horse making its second start. Does have a bullet 5-furlong workout between races. And honestly, it was a real tough call. I tried to find a way to sneak in Ricky Skin. That's why he's in all of my pick 4s, that first-time starter versus a bunch of no's. We still have time, right, Terry, to get to race number 6? Yeah,
we do.
6 minutes to race 6. So we should be able to talk a lot about the late pick 4. Before we talk about the late pick 4, just a reminder, tomorrow and Thursday, Saratoga for Terry and I on Hump Day and Terrific Terry Thursday. I'm fairly certain we'll get back to 4 and Fridays on Friday. If we do, Terry, the best way to get all of those shows information is to do what?
Well, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Easy to do. Doesn't cost you anything. Have all your friends and neighbors in that by copying the link below. Go ahead and subscribe too so that they can come check us out. And hit the bell so it notifies you about when it's all going to happen. Go to our social sites that are scrolling down below. As you can see us at X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Threads, and at Horse Race, the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. And then also keep these comments coming and picks, as we really enjoy to see them, and it helps us out a lot. We get a lot of information from them. So thank you.
Yeah. And don't be shy. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you have any thoughts or picks, ideas, something you think can improve the show, anything, we're open-minded to constructive criticism for sure. All right, Terry, race number 6. What's next?
Okay, so in 6, you're going to see we're going to go at 7 furlongs, and it's an optional claiming race, $100,000 claiming price, $55,000 purse for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward, allowance or optional claiming price of $100,000.
Yes, even with Terry's cut being at 0, this is his walk around lunch money. You can buy Jump a Fox right there, $100,000. That's how you know those horses are in for a tag. At 7 furlongs, where they're starting all the way in the back, going to make their way around the track there, Terry. 39% of the horses get the lead, keep the lead, and smile for a photo session. Inside out is better, but post 2 and 3 outperform the rail. So the 2 or 3, Terry, in race number 6, do they sport any speed?
Well, you could take a look and see that no, the 6 doesn't. The 3 does. The 3 and the 5 are pretty close to one another, so they could go head to head that quarter pole. So anyone's guess who's going to get there anyway.
Yeah, so all of them but the one horse, Terry, has shown that they can come up at least close to par. Looks like we got one in here that has a really good chance to get there today.
Yeah, that's that 4 horse. It's got a 44% reading there, so it has a really good chance of either equaling or exceeding the par plus speed number.
Only the 2 horse, She Talks Too Much, showing better fractions for the first quarter mile and second mile. Morning Matcha, a class dropper, along with the 4, showing some better fractions last time out. Otherwise, everybody else showing some improvement in their last race. Look at this race shape here, Terry. Boom. Nobody wants to get to the front, so they're all left arrow horses. And this looks like one horse, Terry, is going to say, you know what? I am going to be completely happy. Everybody else might not like where they're at the track today.
That's right. That 4 is going to be very comfortable in here, and the rest of them might have a little problem with the race.
With the fours jockey, might not know what to do with all that comfort zone.
No.
It looks like Morning Matcha's jockey and trainer say, we got this.
Yeah, that's right. He's the best combination in this race.
For sure. And then over here, you got the 3, the 4, the 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6 on the doorstep there, Terry. The 4-horse, a big-time simulation favorite. Who's your big-time winner in this race where they are going to run for big-time money?
I think it's the 4, Foxy Junior. She's won 6 races out of the last 9 starts, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Number 3, Confirmed Star, is second choice, ran second in her last race. She has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 23% of the allowance races. She has a horse running in, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. Morning Matcha, the 6, drops in class today, has a highest speed favorite today's distance. Her best start speed is fastest among today's starters, has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer 2, and it's my third choice, Parx Racing. The 5 is my long shot. She won her last 2 races in a row, goes for a hat trick. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I really believe this race is pretty wide open, so I'm going to go all in the first leg with the 2, 3, with the 2, with 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 in the last leg.
All right, there you go. The 7, I think, scratched late, so that makes it easy for you right there, right?
Yeah.
Everyone longest shot in the 5-horse field, right? You got that right. 5-horse field. That's what you got to look at. Stephen Fielder and How to Win Horse Racing Handicapping Contest. It's a great video. If you haven't watched it on our YouTube channel, just look it up. It's one, if you play those contests, that will definitely help you. A lot of great information. I actually read a decent book on that too, about winning horse racing handicapping contest. But it was one of those books where there was 300 pages and like all the information was in about 12 pages. And maybe one day I'll share that too. Race number 4, Foxy Junior. That is my top pick too, Terry. Big time simulation favorite by far, the top C-Zone and Par Plus horse. Should really like the trip it gets today. Morning Matcha. This one is run at Parx 11 times. Finished in the money in 10 of them. So to think that that horse is a good one to wheel the exactas around is probably a great idea. And running at the right distance. 5 times out at 7 furlongs. Won 3 of them with a second. Number 3, I think he has 6 wins overall too. So if I remember correctly, or 8. So really a disproportionate number of wins. Confirmed Star. 3rd start after layoff. The classic handicapping angle. Top total pace horse. Should be forward versus this field, Terry. It has the most late speed. So if that one breaks sharply, they may never catch it. And then finally, for me, the 5-horse Pachabelle, potential pace setter in the money. 7 out of 8 races at the Quirky. Is it a sprint? Is it a route distance? My pick 4 is going to go 3, 4, 6, 2, 5 with the 1, 2, and 6 with the 1, 4, 5, 6, and 7 to close it out. Looks like it rained some more over there since the last time we talked. The sun came out. The rain looks like it's one of those days where the sun is peeking in between rainstorms. So maybe a good day for a rainbow at Bensalem, Pennsylvania. So keep your eye out the window if you live there. Got look a little bit of time before the horses make their way to the gate. Again, free picks today. Guaranteed tip sheet at Louisiana Downs. There's a link in the description below. Later on in the week, we will have our wagering guide along with the smart sheets for all of the $1 million action for the Haskell Stakes at Monmouth Park, another race. Have you ever been there, Terry? I heard it's a beautiful place, Monmouth Park, on the ocean there.
It's one of the tracks I haven't been to. I always wanted to go, but never went to the area. So,
yeah, I applied to be a like the handicapper there last summer because they needed one. They didn't take me. Instead, they took a good-looking girl instead of a grumpy old man. I can't blame them for that. Probably a good choice. She may not be better at picking horses, but she's probably better looking on the camera, nonetheless.
Yeah, probably get more people watching. So,
yeah, I might make them run away fast. When the show is over here on horseracingtoday.net, right there in the middle of the screen, you click that link. It'll take you to a race replay right there at the top of the screen with all of our commentary as well. So make sure you take advantage of that. In the links in the description for today's show, we will timestamp every race so you can come back and watch the analysis, look at the smart sheets, whatever you want to do. There is a link to the smart sheets in the description on YouTube as well, along with the explanation, Private Ross, of what every data point means. You might find some utility in them that I've completely missed, that Terry's completely missed. That's the beauty of them. They're not really here to help you like pick winners and the fact that we ranking horses. but it's a handicapping aid to assist you with your handicapping. Maybe you'll find something that we completely missed. And if you do, unlike Private Ross, kindly share it with us. All right. Race number 2 is about to get cooking, and they're off and they're running. And as they get started, it does look like a lot of horses want to dart to the lead, but the one horse is in there. Bossy Kate. And we mentioned that Bossy Kate could be dangerous. It gets up on the lead. The 5 and the 2, so the 3 horses that we projected to get to the lead are indeed on the lead. The question is, how fast are they going, Terry? Are they going too fast? Are they going just about right? We'll find out in a minute. As they come around 22 and a half seconds, they're going pretty quick, I feel like. That's not slow. The 2 and the 5 horse, there's that longest shot, Private Ross, in a 5-horse race. The problem is that 5 horse is going to have to go wide, but he looks like he's got a pretty good grip on that horse there. Not really pushing him. The 3 horse is going to go 5 wide and try to find its way. Around the bend they come, that 5 horse at 15-1. But he's going to give way to the 3 horse. 3 horse looks like, Terry, that one is going to prove to be the winner, although the 4 horse hasn't given up yet. Royal Upstart. 5 horse just kind of bounding its way on the out. No, that's the 2 horse on the rail. I don't know where I got the 5 horse from. But the 3 horse, Charm of Song, that one is your winner, Terry, as the top pick. Decide it wants to take the day off too. So don't pay attention to our top picks because apparently at least some of them decide today is not their day to be at the track. But nonetheless, we both advance in our pick 4s for the 2nd race in a row. Let's see if we can make it through all of the pick 4s today with some W's. Race 7 is next on our list. 3 races to go, Terry, and then we'll be off tomorrow. Not off, but we'll be off to Saratoga tomorrow.
That's right.
I had mentioned that they took it easy on you with the conditions, but they're going to make you work in race number 7.
Yeah, 6 furlongs, optional claiming race, $25,000 claiming price. If you like to put your horse in there, possibly be claimed like ringer cards in there for a $25,000 claiming price. Purse $28,000 for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and upward, which have started for $25,000 or less, and which have never won 2 races, or a claiming price of $25,000, or which have never won 2 races, or a claiming price for $25,000 for 3-year-old fillies.
Yeah. 25,000, I think, is the takeaway from all of that. At 6 furlongs, again, we talked about speed. About 35 out of 100 will win on the lead. Inside 3 is the best place to be. Smart sheets tell us anybody here in race number 7, Terry, with inside 3 speed?
No, it's actually the outside horse there. The 6 has the most speed, followed up by the 5.
Yeah, interesting. 3 class droppers. That 5 horse, Lilian Sue. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. Almost a 2-length class dropper, Terry. It looks like, too, another left arrow horse along with that 6 left arrow action in there as well. But the 4 could be a lone E, Terry. A lot of different ways to take this race. Which horses are going to get trips today that look like their best performances?
Well, that 5 shows the best numbers here, so it's going to be pretty darn comfortable, followed up by the 2.
Yes, indeed. The 5 horse also a 3-point last race speed figure. Barry Meadows in his book, all about speed figures, says that's a number you want to look at. 3 is the threshold. Another 5 horse race. Private Ross. Looks like our longest shot on the board might be the 3 horse. Greyhound Static. It is in our top 4 top total pace horses, and I think it's also at the top of Terry's list.
Yeah, he's actually my best bet. I'm not best bet of the day, but the best bet in this race. Greyhound Station finished in the money in her last 5 starts and won one of those races. So she loves to be right there. Her best start speed is best among today's starters. She tied with another one. She has a high percentage winning jockey. Breeze Through Time, the 2, is my second choice, finished in the money in 4 races out of the last 5 starts. Winning one of the starts, she has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 26% of the races when taking a horse from a turf to the dirt, and she switches high percentage winning jockey. And then I like the 5, my third choice. She finished in the money in 2 races out of 2 starts at Parx Racing and won one of those starts. Drops in class today, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. And then the 6, Blessed Candy. She has a high percentage winning trainer, switches to high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets for me in this race.
I'm going to start with the 5. Le Luani Su. I don't know. I probably totally butchered that, but that is a left arrow horse, Terry. Top last race speed figure, 3 points better than everybody else. It is the biggest class dropper, and we saw the top C zone. Maybe that combination adds up to a winner because I put 25 bucks, 20, excuse me, to win on the 5. Breeze through time. That's, I think, a great way to describe life. Second start after layoff. Very consistent performer. First race on dirt, which is hard to believe, but you don't know what you're going to get from this horse. Number 6, Blessed Candy. That is a closer. That has Paco Lopez on board. Semi-track dropper coming in from Laurel after track dropping from Florida. And then 4, Miss Raucous. That is your longest shot, at least morning line wise, in a 5-horse field. And she can get the lead. Look out, because she's won 2 in a row that way. 20 to win on the 5 as we have $100 in what we call Benny and the Bets. Little play on Elton John's Benny and the Jets. $5 exact the key box 5 with the 2, 4, 6. And Lord knows I should probably put the 3 horse in there because my 5 will win and the 3 will finish second, or the 3 will win and the 5 will get nipped at the wire. Race 8 begins the late daily double. Terry, 2 more races for you and I to go on this terrific Terry Tuesday. It's a unique distance for this day.
It is. It's 6.5 furlongs, optional claiming race of $100,000, purse $55,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, allowance or optional claiming price of $100,000.
And this will be Terry's best bet. Number 2, Far Mo Power. He's going to tell you why in just a minute. I'm going to tell you why they win at 6.5 furlongs, and they win because they can stalk. Be middle forward. You don't necessarily have to be on the lead, but if you are, you got a 33%, 1 out of 3 chance to score the W, and in this case, collect your share of the $55,000 purse. I think 60%. Inside is better than outside, Terry. So, and another short field in race number 8. Is there any horse that's going to blow everybody away early on?
Not really. There's 3 of them that are very close. The 3, 5, and 1 all have pretty close numbers as far as this goes. So it's a who knows race.
Yeah, and you see the same order here for the early pace, just a little bit of a difference between the 1. And then there's a gap down. So I would say those 3 horses have a great chance to be on the lead. The 1 horse is your lone E horse. Everybody else wants to be middle back. So that means the 3 is a left arrow horse. PC type, they can be forward. So there's still left arrow horse in there too, Terry. Looks like the 3 horse, Scaramouche, can you do the fandango? That one, Terry's going to have a great trip today.
It's right. 88% chance to feel very comfortable in this race, followed up by that 1 with a almost 77% chance.
Which the 3 horse is kind of contradictory, Terry. It's the only one in here that hasn't hit par. Everybody else has shown that they can get to that speed figure of 97. That's a pretty big lift. 3 horse hasn't gotten there, Terry. Taking a look at that 3 horse, he's also the only class dropper, and looks like he's got some pretty solid connections too.
That's right. He's got the best jockey and trainer, and so he's got the best combination as far as I'm concerned.
Well, with all of this speed in there, potentially in there, Terry, I don't know. The 2 horse has the biggest in-race advantage, a 1-length late speed edge. The 6 horse is your top total pace horse in there. Terry, taking a look, let me rewind back here too. 100 on any of these figures is really stakes level stuff. This guy has a late pace of 101.67 the way I calculate it. It's not just off of 1 race, it's off of a few. So that's guy that's got some strong late speed ability, stakes level stuff. 6-2-1-3, top 4. Again, 7 out of 10 winners coming out of that group. This is going to be your best bet, Terry. Why is Far More Power the one to beat?
Well, you know, one of my favorite angles is that horses that are very competitive and they're also consistent. And this horse at Parx Racing has won been in the money 72% of the races that he started, and he's won almost 40% of those starts. His best start speed is fastest among today's starters, and he switches to a high percentage winning jockey who is Paco Lopez. And then I like Hooten Shuffle, the 6, finished in the money in 9 races out of 10 starts, winning 4 of those. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockeys. Scaramouche, the 3, likes Parx Racing. He's been in the money 71% of the time, winning 43% of the starts. He likes the distance, been in the money 75% of the time, winning 25% of those. He's been off for 10 months. Otherwise, he would have been a higher pick for me. But he's had several workouts, including a bullet workout on July 3rd, that shows he's getting ready to come back, but he may need a race under his belt before he does anything damaging. And he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Twisted Ride, the one, has won 9 races out of 21 starts at Parx Racing. So he likes the track. The Rail Post is winning 20% clip. He has a high percentage winning trainer. I'm going to bet 15 win, 25 to place on the 2. I'm going to bet a $10 exact at 2 with the 1, 3, 6. And then a $5 exacta box, 2, 3, 6 combination. That's it.
Yeah, far more power, does upgrade to Paco Lopez today in the 3rd start after a layoff. And he has elite late speed. I wonder, though, with the slop, if that's going to change. And to be honest, I kind of like Paco. I prefer him on horses that he can rate and then run at the end versus getting to the front. I feel like he's got a better clock when he's chasing than when he's being chased.
Yeah.
Out and Shuffle, the 6 horse, my second choice too, Terry. 3rd start after a layoff too. That's a classic handicapping angle. And neck away for winning both of his races at Parx. The 1 horse, Twisted Ride, could be that lone E, strong C-zone. Definitely been facing off against better horses than he's got to face here today. And then Scaramouche. Can you do the Fandango? It is our simulation favorite. It is our only class dropper, but he's also the only no horse in the race. Ugh, probably beats us, Terry, but I hope not. Final race of the day today is race number 9. Terry, take it away.
Okay, so you take a look there. We're going to stretch out to 1 mile and 70 yards. It's a claiming race, $10,000 claiming price, purse $26,000 for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and upward, which have not won a race since April 15th. Claiming races for $8,000 or less, not considered, or which have never won 4 races.
So 1 mile and 70 yards. I think was this the only route that we're going to get today, Terry? Still doesn't change things. Inside speed is usually the best way to go. Is there any horse in here today, Terry, that can take it away from the beginning of their race to the end?
Well, take a look there. That 5's got some nice speed, followed up by the 7. So, if the 5 can get out there with no problems getting out of that gate, he should get to that quarter pole first.
Yeah, 7, though, has about a 1-length early pace advantage. Pretty big gap over that. So I think the 7, Sonadora girl. Yeah, tongue twister. I think that one's going to be the one they all have to chase down at some point. Plenty of pace in here. Maybe the 1 horse with the biggest in-race advantage, a 2-length late speed. Again, 5 points equals 1 length. That 1 horse, Army Mule, that one will be pulling up the pack at the end there, Terry. Looks like a whole lot of them, though. No problem getting to a speed figure of 82.
That's right. As you can see there, that all of them have done it except for the 3 and the 8. And also the 2's got pretty close. They all show, except for that 8, that they have a chance to do it again today. So
look at this ratio. Kind of interesting. Pretty balanced. 2 pilots, 1 pilot, co-pilot type, 3 co-pilots, 1 PC. They can pretty much be anywhere, and 2 closers. So kind of balanced race in here, Terry. Really no tactical edge in positioning on the track, but maybe a few might like where they are more than others.
Yeah, that 1 and the 9 show that they're above 50% threshold. So they probably be comfortable in this race.
Yeah, the 9 horse, pretty solid trainer too.
He does, and he has a good jockey. The actually 4 shows the best jockey, but I think the best combination is the 9 jockey and trainer.
Yeah, the 9 also squeezing into our top 4 picks there from total pace. But the 5 horse, that one right in there, Terry, Sue Ellen, Michigan. She has a 1-length total pace advantage on the front there, Terry. But the 4 horse, that's your simulation favorite. So you got the 4 as your sim favorite, the 7 with the early pace advantage, the 1 with the biggest in-race advantage over everybody else, and the 5 horse here, Terry, with a top last race speed figure, and the 9 horse down here with a big gap on the C-zone. This one looks like it can go a lot of ways.
That's right. It sure can. But as far as I'm concerned, it's going to probably be the 4. Tis a day, or tis race day. Finished second in her last race. Her early speed running style, it helps her chances, and she has a high percentage winning jockey, Dream Chaser, the 6. Finished in the money here at Parx Racing 56% of the time, winning 22% of those starts. Likes the distance, that she's been in the money 100% of the time winning 50% of the start. The 9 is my third choice, which is the high percentage winning trainer, and she has the highest last speed rating. And then the 7, my long shot, she has won 2 races out of 3 starts at Parx Racing, drops in class today, and her early speed running style will help her chances. No additional bets as I'm out of money.
Yeah, I think that 7-horse Terry is going to get to the lead and stay there. Won 2 out of its 3 races at Parx. And when Sonadora Girl gets the lead, she usually wins. Number 5, Sue Ellen Michigan, that 5-point top total pace horse. And if the 7 is not on the front, the 5 will be on the front. Tis Race Day is the simulation favorite in here, Terry. Michael Sanchez gets back on this horse. He's ridden the horse many times. He knows it very well, and more often than not gets a good performance out of Tis Race Day. And then Amy Mule, not Army Mule, has the biggest in-race edge, 2 lengths of late speed. I am going to spend what I have left, $8 to win on the 7, 50-cent trifecta box, 1, 4, 5, and 7. And then a $5 exact key box 7 over the 1, 4, 5. We go back to race number 8, Twisted Ride. Is our good friend. We haven't seen him in a bit. Christopher D'Souza, liking the pick of the day with the 1 horse for Twisted Ride. And then race number 9, he likes the 9 and the 7. Thank you for backing the 7. Don't have the 9. And $20 double for race 8, 9 over the 1 and 9 for Christopher D'Souza. And bookmark that, folks, because Christopher's usually on top of his game. Usually he's really good at taking a grenade and throwing it into Terry and I's picks, so we appreciate that. Yeah, very good at that. Race number, all of our picks are right here for today. In race number 1, I believe the 7-horse took home the trophy. In race number 2, the 3-horse took home the trophy. That means the 2-horse, Terry, we follow that path down, is going to be the winner in race number 2. Right now it is the favorite, according to the folks on the ground. Race number 4 is our next pick 4. There are our thoughts for that. Race number 6, also a pick 4. Race number 7, I have a little money in action. Race number 8, Terry has his money in action. Race number 9, I have some more money in action. So all of our bets at the back half of the card there. Again, tomorrow, Terry and I will be back for Saratoga for Wednesday and Thursday, Friday, foreign Friday, unsure. But I think we'll be back for that with good friend Tom. Free picks today for Louisiana Downs in the link in the description on YouTube, along with a explanation and the smart sheets. Just a few seconds. We'll post all of our thoughts and picks over at horseracingtoday.net. You can support the show by clicking on the HRT gear, getting a t-shirt or a hat, or using the tip jar in the description on YouTube as well. Any final thoughts from you today on this hump day with Terry Hay at Parx today?
Yeah, just if you're playing the horses today, hope you do very well. And if you're doing something else, I hope you succeed in anything you're doing. Give your loved ones a hug and a kiss, because you never know what's going to happen day to day. And then we'll see you tomorrow at Saratoga.
Yes, no matter what you're doing for the rest of this terrific Tuesday, we certainly hope it's terrific for you. You have God's grace, God's favor, and everything you do until we meet again tomorrow for Saratoga ends up in
the winner's circle.
Yes, indeed. Make it a blessed Tuesday.